So here's where it starts getting weird, okay? So then he starts telling me stuff like Miss Ortiz was her name, and she was the like service manager. So she wasn't an officer, okay? She worked for the company that handled the food, okay? So she wore like regular clothes, and I can't like remember the exact title of what she was, but she was like in charge of the kitchen, okay? And I would see them like having like these like private conversations and stuff, and like he knew that was gonna make me jealous, okay? Because now we're dating, okay? And I'm always like, what's going on between you guys? And he's like, oh, I had to help her out with something, like it's top secret, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. So then later on he ends up telling me that he helped her get an abortion, which, okay, at this time in 2020, it's legal to get an abortion, easy peasy. I'm pretty sure, easy as pie, okay? So the fact that like, why did you need to help? And like, he was insinuating almost, like it started to get to the point where he was like making allusions to the fact that they had had sex and he was the reason why she needed the abortion. But then he would like not say that, like he would backpedal out of that, and that wasn't what was going on. So it was just like, so much confusion. Like he just put so many weird like factors into it. But anyways, what made it believable would be like, it would be time for us to end our shift, and instead of letting everybody go, everybody could go but Raymond. He had to stay behind. Weird, okay? And then like she would do everything in her power to keep us separated. So like if my job was, I was a cook at the time and his was utility, he would be doing utility stuff that wasn't near where I was cooking, okay? And then he would tell me that like Ashley, his wife or ex-wife or whatever, knew people everywhere and was like always watching him, which if anybody knows anything, that's like some real meth, you're messing around. Okay, like people that do meth, they have a lot of conspiracy theories and they really believe them, and it's just really wild and outlandish stuff, okay? But I like felt like that at the time, but I also was like, I don't know, and I'm gonna tell you why. So we went to medical one day, and the nurse made a weird comment, and like I can't remember exactly right now what it was, but it was almost like she knew Ashley and was like really there to watch him. So little stuff like that started just making it feel like maybe he really is what he's saying he is, okay? And then all the officers treated him like he really did have like something going on down there that we didn't have, okay? And I never saw it. I believe to this day now, after like hindsight and clarity and like, you know, all of that, I believe that he just has body dysmorphia. I think that he did go through the top surgery, okay? Because he doesn't have boobs, for a fact. I can attest to this. There's no titties there, okay? It's just a hairy chest. But what he did have was 2 scars, okay? And my mom had a double mastectomy from breast cancer, so I know what that scar means. And when I questioned him about it, in a nice way, of course, he was like, yeah, like I have Klinefelter syndrome.